So, on behalf of the recent but now consolidated Spanish LaRouche movement, we want to welcome all the Spanish people present here today for this Buso Party event, and also all of our friends in the movement from Germany and from different countries like US, France, Italy, Greece, and other nations. At this moment, as it occurs in other countries part of the European Union and the International Monetary Fund, the situation in Spain is becoming devastating. Spain currently has an official rate of unemployment of 26% of the population. 40% are youth unemployment. But in reality, the rate of unemployment is much higher than this. This is due to the adoption of an anti-productive economic vision, for example, with excessive dependence on sectors like tourism, services, finances, submerged economy, and so on. The policies that are being implemented by a political class following the orders of a seemingly sacred financial market are creating the conditions whereby this country is beginning to neglect the necessary condition for its citizens to live with the dignity of what a human life requires. We find ourselves with a whole generation that is either accepting increasingly harsh working conditions or beginning to emigrate to other countries to look for work. This actually happened, you have to look back to a period of a post-war period to see this happening, and where people were going to Germany and other places to look for work. So this is the effect of the policies of the Euro system and so-called globalization in Spain today, right now. Meanwhile, it seems appropriate to say that a few months ago, the president of the Madrid community, Esperanza Aguirre, described as a cause of optimism that for the first time in history of Spain, a lot of well-qualified young people are leaving the country to try to find work in a foreign one. She said, quote, "I'm sure that the growing numbers of young Spaniards with good jobs in foreign countries will have a positive effect in our economy and in the way the Spanish people will confront the future challenges." So, we assure you that this is not the opinion of the Spanish people. This is not the opinion of the young people that are at this very moment leaving the country. And it is not for sure the opinion of the Spanish scientist Amaya Moro Martín, who in an open letter to the president of the Spanish government, Mariano Rajoy, published by the Spanish diary El País in August of this year, denounced very strongly the effort of the Spanish government to destroy the scientific capability for investigation in Spain. This is the cuts of I+D, research and development last year, while denouncing the abandonment of many young Spanish scientists that are finding out that they don't seem to be valued at all in their own country. On the other hand, the continuous and massive protest of the Spanish population on serious problems like the mortgage fraud, the subsequent eviction, the case of the preferentes in Bankia, the brutal cuts in education, research and development, healthcare, and salaries, seems not to move at all the political class. At the same time, the media continuously report more and more cases of corruption, and every day this political class seems to drift farther and farther away from the real necessity of their citizens. So, in the face of this spectacle, the Spanish LaRouche movement, supported closely by our friends in US, Dennis and Gretchen Small, and by a growing number of people from different sectors and social groups, is starting to assume the much-needed leadership in promoting the necessary ideas to stop this immoral paradigm. We say that this paradigm of zero growth, poverty, loss of liberties, and important and decisive rights can and have to be replaced for a new one in which we can work together with an urgency to mobilize the scientific and productive potentials of the country and to invest particularly and in cooperation with other countries in high technology projects. This means not allowing for just one more second for this green fascism to prevent any real discussion or intention to promote a serious nuclear energy project in our country. Also, the constitutional rights for education, healthcare, a home, and to life itself cannot be sold or subjected to the insane monetary dictates of a UE ruling class that seems to have lost all connection with a reality beyond their own and petty interest. We cannot allow for one more second for a ruling class which is incapable of doing anything coherent for the future, which is totally alien to the suffering of the people, and which is so fanatically committed to the dictates of the financial speculative markets, to have the power to influence the lives and the future of millions of people. From the Spanish LaRouche movement, we want to express our solidarity not just with our friends and neighbors in our own country, but with the people of many other countries like Portugal, Greece, Italy, that are equally going through the same thing. Also, with all people in any place of the world where human rights are being under attack. So finally, we firmly express our intention to work in cooperation with people of goodwill in all countries for a present and better future, expressing our confidence that this will be the case. It depends on us in the actions we take today.